Only one more week of transfer videos. That's right, lads. The transfer window episode is just, episodes, shall I say, just going to be no more. Now, this will please some of you because, I've done quite a lot, but the majority have really enjoyed this series. Now, if you guys want to see like a transfer deadline live stream here on my YouTube channel, drop a like and a thumbs up down below. If we can try and get like 4,000 likes before midnight tonight, then I'll probably do that for you because that'll just be like a finale to the awesome series. It has done really well on my channel. You guys really have enjoyed it, so it's been a pleasure to be your #1 source for transfers. It has been an absolute pleasure. But for now, we have 5 more transfers here, rumours, okay, but one has been confirmed, okay. Yes, that's right, lads. Since I did the graphics or whatever for this video, one of them's been confirmed, so we're checking one of them in. Okay, so the first player we're going to take a look at today is Sosei, a replacement for Pogba. Now, Juventus are interested in Nzonzi. If you guys don't know, this guy was at Blackburn, then he went to Spain for a little bit. Now, they are interested in him, apparently, Juventus. Now, the 27-year-old has a £25 million buyout clause at the Spanish club Seville. Leicester have also shown interest in this guy, so Leicester are so interested in him. Now, Juventus have identified him as an alternative to PSG's Matuidi, so they couldn't get Matuidi, Juventus, and now they've gone for Nzonzi. Actually, this guy was at Stoke as well. I think he started at Blackburn, but I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure he did. Now, let's be honest, he is a different player to Pogba. Like, he really is a different player. This guy's, pure holding midfielder, so Pogba, obviously they're different. Pogba's in a little bit of a world of his own, so I'm not sure you can compare to anyone, but they do have similar traits, so maybe, Juventus is going to try and convert him, but he is 27 years of age. It's going to take a while to convert this guy to be Pogba. I think it's a little bit harsh to say he's like, replacing Pogba because no one can replace Pogba really. So yeah, Nzonzi, the first player, Juventus are interested in him, Leicester are interested in him, but which one will he go to before next week? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so West Ham have signed Zaza. Now, you guys may remember the running man or whatever, pictures, videos we've seen of his penalty in the Euros. He went like this for about an hour before blazing over the bar. Now, West Ham have actually signed this guy from Juventus. So Juventus have just sold a player and they're interested in Nzonzi. Now, these two are definitely different sort of players. There's no similarities really between Zaza and Nzonzi, I don't think. That's right, West Ham fans, what do you think of Zaza? Now, I know I've got a few West Ham fans watching this video. Do you think he's a good player? Do you think he's a really good signing? Now, obviously, West Ham have got beat by Man City today, so it's a little bit of a disappointing result for them. They're not at the best start to the Premier League, I don't think, so, what are they missing? We know they're missing player, but what else are they missing? Andy Carroll's injured as well. I mean, West not going well for West Ham in a minute, but they have made some good signings, so hopefully they can all step up and chip in and do the bit and, get West Ham back to being at the top. Now, they have only signed this guy on loan, okay, but the Italian international, should I say, will cost the Hammers £5 million this season. But the deal could become permanent for a further £20 million if he makes a certain number of appearances for the club. So it's a loan deal at the minute, but if he makes a certain amount of appearances, then West Ham have the right to buy him for £20 million or something like that. So he's worth like £25 million, say, if he makes the appearances for West Ham. So that's a pretty weird one. It's an interesting deal. West Ham fans, what do you think of that? Now, the next one is really, really strange. Now, obviously, Arsenal are interested in Mustafi. Looks like they're going to get him. He's having a medical. Now, there is, I don't even know how I'm just going to say this, but there's interest apparently from Arsenal for Phil Jones. Now, that's right, lads. You're not even going to believe this. So, obviously, Arsenal needs centre-backs and stuff, like, we all know this, hence what I signed in Mustafi, but I think this paper announced this, or what should I say, wrote about this before the Mustafi deal, but really, Arsenal interested in Phil Jones? Like, seriously? I know they're desperate, but I don't know. Man United and Arsenal, I can't see Man United selling any player to Arsenal. I just can't see it happening, especially a young English centre-back. Well, he's probably not even that young anymore, considering, there's other players about. But Phil Jones hasn't really been able to maintain a spot at Manchester United, through injuries and, performances. He has struggled to narrow down exactly, he is our main centre-back or whatever. He's played loads of different positions for us, right back. He's even played in midfield under Fergie, I remember that. But yeah, I'm not even going to talk too much about this. Arsenal fans, I can't see you really going for Phil Jones, so let's go to the next player. Now, it looks like Balotelli's about to end his Liverpool spell. Now, we know this because we know he's not going to get into the Liverpool team. But last week I reported the Wolves are interested in him, but he's going to be staying in Italy with Palermo. That's what it looks like. So Serie A side Palermo to end Liverpool's spell, which we are all aware of. The striker's been told he can leave Anfield this summer after manager Jurgen Klopp decided he doesn't have, he doesn't feature in his future plans. But the issue so far, like how the deal hasn't been done, is because of Balotelli wages. Now, he wants £100,000 a week, which is, it's not bad money. It's not bad money for a footballer. But Palermo is saying they're not prepared to pay that. Now, I don't blame them. That is a hell of a lot of money, and, can they really afford that? Probably not, hence why those talks haven't actually been finalised yet. But this guy's no longer a young talent, really. 26 years of age, he really needs to start performing, because before he knows it, he's going to be 30, and he's still going to be chopping about different clubs, and people are just going to think, like, what if? And, if Balotelli actually got his head together and got his game on point, then, what could have happened? Everyone knows this guy had talent, but he just let himself down in certain areas. So, 26 years of age, he's actually, getting older, which is a shock, I guess. Not. But yes, this guy needs to stop stop, you know, just focus on his football, get us scoring goals again, get himself back to where he needs to be before it's too late, before he's too old. So the biggest transfer of this video is going to obviously James Rodriguez, as you guys can tell by the thumbnail. Now Chelsea want to sign him for £60 million. Now they've given a 9-day deadline to accept role or leave the Liga Giant. And what I mean by that is Real Madrid have reportedly informed playmaker James Rodriguez that he must accept a backup role at the club or leave before the transfer deadline. So they've gone up to Rodriguez and said, yo, just to let you know, you're a bit of a backup for anyone if anyone's injured and stuff. Either be happy with that or leave, basically. And that's the decision he's got to take. So does he want to stay at Real Madrid and really try and prove himself? He's got big talents there, which, you know, is hard to beat. Or does he just move on? He is still quite young. Does he move on to Chelsea now? I don't know. Chelsea's a good club for him, I feel. £60 million is a lot of money, but, you know, these days, talk for 90 million, anything can happen. But yeah, I'm shocked that, I'm shocked that Zidane's had that sort of approach with him. That surely can't be 100% correct. But yeah, apparently the 25-year-old also has interest from Arsenal and PSG. Will PSG sign him? You know, they got other players and stuff. Okay, they got the money to, definitely. And Arsenal, will they sign him? It's just like, you know, Arsenal need a striker. Okay, they need a striker. Do they need another player? You know, centre attacking mid, you know, like Özil, Cazorla. Do they need another player like that who's very creative? I don't think so. I think they need to focus on a striker. But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this transfer video, make sure to drop a like and a thumbs up down below. Let's do a transfer deadline stream next week. As always, peace.